is Chewy, and he's going to be cross-listing, but he'll be listening and coming in and out whenever he feels like it. But I am so excited that we are back. Last week we were taking a break. We were having family time because family is important. Family comes first. So I'm sure you all understand that. And I was a little bit sick, so that worked. But I am so excited because tonight I'm going to have one of my favorite couples ever. They are so awesome, so funny, so real. And they have probably my favorite game show ever, the Reseller Showdown, and we were on it and we had the best time. So what an honor to be in their game, and we won. That was awesome.
A big comeback.
We played against Scott and that was so much fun. But anyway, I'm going to stop blabbing and I'm going to introduce them. They are called I'd Flip That, none other than Joe and Nicole. Yay!
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
Hi, Coco and Chewy. Thank you so much for having us.
I'm so glad you guys are here, and you look so cute with your beanie.
Because it's freezing in Minnesota. Not really yet, but kind of. I'm preparing. I'm getting prepared.
Compared to Florida, it's freezing over there.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
I purchased this beautiful eBay beanie during the it was a charity auction for the Blind Center of Nevada when we were in Vegas. And so they had some cool stuff. So I have to, wear my boss bling. So.
Represent, support.
Right. Hey, chat. Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Yes. Before we go to the chat, I want y'all to, I'm sure everybody knows who you are, but for those that do not, talk a little bit about yourself, and the floor is yours.
Okay. Joe, I never let you talk, so I'm going to let you do it. I think it'll be fun.
Okay, so
and then I'll correct you.
Exactly. See, that's the point.
No, I'm going to.
Why do it when she's going to correct me? So.
No, I'm sure you'll do great.
No. Anyways, we're Joe and Nicole from Minnesota. We are known as I'd Flip That. And last January, somebody had a great idea to come up with a game show that we do now. It's once a month, the first Thursday of every month. And we did it live in Vegas last month. And what else?
That was super fun.
Oh yeah.
We love to go sourcing. Joe's the primary reseller in the family. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I just jumped in for some creative enhancement and help. So I'm the brains. He's the buck. I love to give away Joe's money. So come hang out at the game show. You can win prizes and it's so fun. And we're just super excited for this season of the Reseller Showdown because we have some super fun contestants coming on. Yay. And I know, Coco, people think that we probably sent you the actual number because when you were on, was it within $2? $1? Yes. $1. And we did not do that. We never cheat. We make up the price, we make up the amounts and the points. But you won fair and square against.
I showed the card.
Yes.
So there was proof.
But I mean, we didn't tell her ahead of time.
No,
that's all I'm saying.
Right.
But it was so fun. We loved having you on. So
thank you so much. Yeah, it was so fun. I don't know how came up with that number. I was doing math, and when I added it up, that actually was not the number that would have added up.
Really?
I just wrote whatever. I was like, I don't know.
Right? Well, it's hard sometimes because Joe likes to find some weird things to put on the final showdown.
Yeah. He finds the best stuff.
Yeah, I do have to say, recently, something's working because I feel like one or two of the items within the next week or two have been selling. And usually they're selling for what he had them, the comps at, because sometimes I'm like, are you sure about that? You know? And then I'm like, okay, good. You're right. I'm checking him, you guys, and making sure he's being honest.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So let's say hi to the chat and then we'll continue talking and having some fun.
Yeah.
Chrissy is here and here. Shane is here. And Grumpy Picker is here.
Our
Oh, my
favorite.
sister is here. Hi, sis. That's
Hello.
my little sister. Hi, Kristen.
Hey, Kristen.
And let's see who else is here. Trying to get that. There we go. Joe and Nicole, some of my favorite.
Aww.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes. Awesome.
Yeah. So much fun.
So you said that you are helping him with the reselling. So what do you do?
Well, I pretty much just bring all the awesomeness. No, I've helped Joe hone in on his buying skills, right, Joe? You don't even know I'm doing this, but I do this. By pointing out things in the room of doom that have not moved, which I think has made him strategically more selective in his purchases, right?
Well, I have been more selective. Yes.
I'm trying to take credit for that, but no. I like today we were listing, Joe had just got his hands on some really cool vintage Christmas stuff. We kind of missed the whole whatnot thing. I was like, oh man, that was awesome. But so we kind of teamed up today and did some listing.
Yep.
I'm not a big fan of listing, but I like going through the things and looking up, and seeing what they're worth and deciding what should go together and making them look cute in the picture and telling Joe which ones I want to keep for myself.
Which is fine. There was a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
there was a lot of vintage Christmas stuff.
Yeah, it was cool. Things I didn't know a lot about it. I've recently fallen in love with, because I was doing research for questions for the game show, and I got in that whole tunnel of Holt Howard Christmas things and the Winky Santas and all that, and now I'm obsessed. But they're really expensive, and you can't find them very often.
She made
Not in the wild. I'm going to find one in the wild.
She made a wish list for me when she was looking up stuff.
Right.
Do you find all your stuff at the bins, or do you source somewhere else?
I do a lot of garage sales. I mean, it's over with now, but all summer long is just garage sales.
Yeah.
And if I'm close to a bins, I'll go to a bins just to see what's there. But
we used to go to just our regular Goodwills quite a bit in like in a town that is maybe like 20 25 miles away, and we could have some really good luck, but it's just like it's changed with the pricing and the selection and everything. So we try and watch Marketplace, but I think a lot of people do, but you can get lucky every once in a while,
you could,
and find something. But otherwise, usually now our only option mostly is just thrift stores and the bins. Yeah.
Yep.
Kristen says, tell them about the vintage ceramic tree.
Christmas tree.
The vintage ceramic Christmas tree.
Did you find one with her?
Did we? No, I don't think so. I know she was helping me try and figure out some of this vintage stuff.
Oh,
but
don't you think not before? Like one of the ones with the little lights?
Yeah.
Didn't you find a big one of those?
I did, but I sold that. That was like last year.
Oh, that's old news, Kristen, if that's what she's talking about.
But I'm not sure
I don't know.
I'm not sure about the ceramic tree that
show them. I got to show you. We've been cross posting, and we just had a pretty good sale on Macari right before we came on.
Yay!
We couldn't cross post this because we couldn't list it on eBay because I was going to get in trouble for it after I listed it. Somebody messaged me and was like, you need to take that off right now.
Which, there are some really nice people, like we get a lot of slack and people that, are kind of can be mean about stuff. But I have to say, there are some really nice people on eBay that will message you and be like, hey, man, I just don't want you to get in trouble, whatever. And I appreciate that. I think that's so nice. But show them these cool lights.
So they're like bubble lights.
Let me make you big.
They are. Here, let's see if we can even.
So they've got some sort of, liquid in them, and
they get liquid in them, and then and they.
My aunt always had these on her tree.
So I all that Christmas vintage stuff and these lights, and a buddy of mine called me and he's like, I got a friend coming in from Florida. His mom passed away back in March. They need to clean out a storage unit. Will you help him? Yeah. I talked to him and he's like, if you help me out, I'll sell this stuff for dirt cheap. Well, by the time it got done, he's like, you know what? Just keep it all. You help me so much. Just take it. Don't pay me anything.
Yeah.
So those lights I listed on eBay yesterday, 2 days ago.
Oh,
I think it was.
And they don't work.
And they don't work.
No.
So I list them on eBay. Somebody messages says, take that off right now. You're going to get in trouble. I take it off. So then today we listed it on Mercari and it sold for $149. And they didn't work.
Broken. Right?
But they're from like 1940s.
Yeah.
They're called Spark L Light. Like sparkle
to go on their like aluminum Christmas tree or whatever, you know.
Right. The aluminum.
A lot more if they were like over 200.
I think sure they were. Yeah.
Right.
So that was a fun sale. Yeah.
Yes.
Super cool.
And they said take them out because of the liquid in the lights, probably.
I think so. It had
and I don't remember what they said the liquid was that was in it, but
it's mercury. We're all gonna die. I don't know. It's probably used for making bombs now or something. I don't know. Probably I shouldn't joke. I don't know. Anyhow, you just helped some No, I'm just kidding. Let's not.
Hi, Nutter. Thanks for being here. And I missed Lenoy. She's here.
Hey, Christopher.
What about the Christmas?
Oh, and Will is here. Speaking of Christmas tree, Chewy wants me to tell you guys what happened was.
Tell us.
I got a Christmas tree. How big was it, babe? Like, I don't know how long.
It was one of your questions on your show.
that we didn't get.
Right.
But we bought that tree at the Webster flea market, and I paid $10 for it. And I wasn't sure what the price was going to be because there's so many different ones, but they all look almost the same.
Right.
So you have to like really look at the details. So I was like, oh my God, maybe I bought like the cheapest one. But luckily I got like a pretty good one for like $100 and stuff. And so the only reason why I picked it up was because I saw a video of Rural Squirrel, Kristen, of her packing up a Christmas tree, like how to ship one.
Oh, okay.
I would see some in the wild, but I wouldn't pick them up because I was scared of shipping it. I was like, oh my God, how am I gonna ship this? And when I finally saw her video, I was like, oh, I think maybe I can handle this.
Right?
Yeah. So we went to the flea market. There were so many Christmas trees, ceramic Christmas trees, and all types of sizes. I think I got not the smallest one, but like a good size.
Okay.
And I listed it everywhere. I cross-listed everywhere. And it sold for full price. Well, it was a 10% discount, right, babe?
Yeah.
For how much?
$103.
$103.
Nice. Yeah.
Nice.
Girl, Joe, let me tell you. My anxiety packing that.
Waiting and fingers crossed. Yes.
Oh my goodness. Like I usually when I'm packing stuff up, I have like I'm either watching YouTube or listening to music, and I had total silence, and I was so
I love it.
But it arrived. It said delivered, and I didn't hear any no news is good news, right?
Right. Exactly. Oh, I know.
Like we bought this one Galileo thermostat.
Oh yeah.
Packing that.
Same thing. Ooh. You know, I'm not even religious. I don't even know how that goes, but I still would do it just because.
We got it for $2 at a garage sale, and then we sold it for $36. But when it came to package, it was like, oh my God.
I know. And then you're like, what did I do? Why did I do this?
like if it wasn't gonna sell, we would have kept it. It's really cool. Like
neat. Yeah.
Like, just to see it like change the temperature, like that little glass ball keeps on going up and down. But but it was sent and it made it over there, and they gave us positive feedback.
There you
go.
Nice.
Once I saw that positive feedback, I was like, okay, it made it.
Yep. Yeah. And that's just it. You kind of do those little baby steps like, okay, I did it once. Okay. It gives you courage to maybe try again. Like I went with my sister. See, I get dangerous when I'm not with Joe because he's not there to say things like, I don't want to ship those or this or that. So I came home with all these dishes one day and he just looked at me. I mean, and you can't say much because he like buys huge things and has to like Frankenstein things and whatever else, you know. And but he kind of just looked at me like, what were you thinking? And I didn't know that. They were pretty. It was kind of one of those. He's like, are they worth anything? And I'm like, well, to someone, I'm sure. You know, it was like my turn to kind of just be silly and buy whatever. And
and
we haven't listed them yet.
I totally know how you feel. Like I've been going through my inventory, and as I'm going through them, I'm like, okay, don't get any more breakables. Don't get any breakables. Guess how many breakables I got yesterday?
Yeah, right. And then that's all you find, right?
Right.
I was like, what's wrong with you, Coco? He said no breakables.
I love it. Oh my gosh, that's funny.
It's beautiful. I can't pass it up.
I know.
Right.
I know.
All right, Reseller Madness. He says, guys, Tom, TRB Collectibles, challenged me to go through my old inventory and manually reprice it. Tara P telling me sad stories about my early buys. That happened, guys?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there's stuff where now you're like, oh, why do I have that price? And then like, let's just.
And I feel like Joe, he has multiple areas throughout our house where he keeps things. And I feel like, and he has a storage unit too, which I've never been to and I've never seen. And the other day I was talking about going there for something and he got this funny look on his face. And at first it didn't click. And then I'm like, oh, you're scared for me to see that. Aren't you? And he wouldn't really acknowledge it, but I'm like, oh, that's fear. I get it. But I do have to say, like, so in his office, you walk past his office to get to our bathroom, and my project room is down the hallway, and our dogs kennels, and they sleep in his office. And so I do tend to notice that, like, some of the really cool stuff that he finds, that's where that goes. And then I'll like find a corner in the garage with this other randomness stuff. And I'm like, that's where he puts the stuff that he's like, yeah, this may or may not do good, you know? Yeah,
I'm sure
you do it. You probably do it subconsciously, Joe.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you have to record her, and she has to see your storage unit, and you have to record her. We have to,
right?
She cannot lie. You will tell like you exactly.
Because for the longest time we had the Room of Doom downstairs that I had not. It had been at least how long? Maybe a year and a half.
Yeah, good year.
And I never opened it, and that's not like me. But I just was like, for all things holy in our marriage, I better not open that. And then we did do a reveal, I think, when we hit 500 or whatever. And it was not as bad as I thought at all. But that makes me really wonder about the storage unit. And it's only, not even half a mile down the road?
Right. Yeah.
You have more than one.
No, I just have one. No.
All of a sudden, I'm like, is that what he's scared about?
3.
Yeah, right. Probably. No. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're right. We should decide. Let's make a goal, Joe, when we reach a certain something.
Well, we did talk about, because of our contestants coming up, that we might use it as a commercial, but
how about you just give everything away? My goodness.
Maybe not.
Our next show has the Storage Auction Pirate and Storage Stalker. So we're storage themed, because I'll tell you, the first year we went to Boss, Storage Auction Pirate, he was there and we talked to him.
Yep.
And then a different person, and I'm not as good with names, had did a session about storage auctions and bidding on store. And I was like, let's do it.
Yeah.
You know, it just seemed really exciting. But then I was like, okay, they really kept stressing that you have to be able to get rid of like all the other stuff though that you're not, and then I got scared off. So
well, and then when I helped that guy that had that storage unit to clean out, I'm like, yeah, there is going to be a lot of crap that has to just go somewhere.
Yeah.
Amongst the stuff that's worth keeping. And it's like, and I'm like, wow, this is.
Have you guys ever done a storage, you know what I mean? I don't know what you call them.
Storage unit.
Storage unit.
So I have been thinking about this ever since we start reselling because funny story, I didn't even think about this, but I knew about storage units and like buying them and stuff before we started reselling. And then yeah, and then it didn't even occur to me. I'm dumb. That's something.
No, me too. Right.
So for the last 2 years that we've been doing this, I want to buy one so badly, but just like you, Nicole, like I'm scared of like the what ifs. We live right now with my parents, so if I bring all that crap here, she will murder me and
right.
mother.
Because you have to have the right connections to know, like, okay, this person will take all the clothes I don't want, or this person will take this. And we don't really have all those connections. I'm sure as you do more, it works out, but I know I'm kind of scared. Or I want, you need to like go in on it with a couple people maybe, because I mean, that might get tricky dividing it up, but I mean, I think it would be a little less scary maybe,
What is to start like with the smallest unit that you have in your house and work your way from there.
Yeah.
And if it sucks, at least it's like a small one and you don't have to worry about it and you won't, it's not going to take all day to clean it out and whatever.
Yeah.
But I do want to do one, but
I know because they find those like safes and then they have to like pry them open and it's like so exciting and there's not always anything in there and I don't know anything about anything. I can't tell if what's real gold versus or real silver, so I have no business doing any of it. But when has that ever stopped any of us?
Jane says, Nicole, I'm the worst reseller on YouTube. You can't take my crown from me.
Challenge accepted. You're coming on the show. I love it. I love it.
Hey, Ryan is here. Hi, Ryan. And hi, Christine.
Hey, Ryan.
Hey, Ryan.
All right. That's fine. That's fine. Don't comment. Whatever. I'm just kidding. Hey, Mary is here. Hi, Mary. You guys, Mary is a freaking rock star. This woman, she was the one that organized the Christmas race that we did yesterday. She asked who was going to be in it. She did the schedule. She made all the planning and all she did was tell us what to do.
Wow. She was adorable too. I watched her because she was the first one that started the train, right?
She finished it. Yep.
Oh, she did finish it too?
Oh,
wow. She was adorable. She had the cutest little headband with a tree and she's in her little kitty cat pajamas. And yes, it was so fun. I think I did my first purchase from her. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't even finish watching her. I have to apologize because I was like, I'm crashing right now.
I'm spent.
I couldn't anymore. It was like midnight over here.
Oh my gosh, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a really cool thing though. How fun.
It was. It really was. I can't wait to do it again.
Yeah.
Here is Joe and Nicole's YouTube. And
thank you.
Nice.
Subscribe and follow.
Please, yes.
Yes. Reseller madness. Will says, thinking I should model all the clothes that I failed to sell. The mustard color coat is stunning. Impossible to sell, but it turned heads.
Yes. I think we need to see that for sure.
Right?
For sure.
Yeah.
Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Yeah, see, Christy wants to do one too, so maybe we could do one together.
Right? Seriously. I think it would be so exciting.
Yeah.
Wait.
Will says, I bought from storage unit flippers. That way I didn't have to do dump runs and move furniture.
That's pretty smart.
That's pretty.
Yeah, for sure.
Jane says, I want a storage unit auction. It was absolutely disgusting.
Like that's the thing. Some of them they show, and I'm just like, no way. I used to be kind of like a little. Can you say prissy, kind of, or whatever? I don't know what. But when I first started going to the bins, and I was like, oh, this is gross, and now I'm like, I don't even need gloves. Let me in here. Just like, who are you? Gross, you know?
Yep.
It's really funny how quickly you just get over that if you're gonna find good things, you know.
That's why I think that we would be good at doing storage units once after we get past the first one.
Right.
So the first one we're gonna be a hot mess, and Nicole will be like,
yeah.
And then
right.
like, okay,
right? It would be very interesting. I'm sure very entertaining, at least.
Oh yeah. Make great content, that's for sure.
Yes.
Storage unit just intimidates me because of all the crap we won't want. Yep, exactly.
Until you find a trunk full of money, Lori.
Right?
I'm kidding. I know. It's like, you know, you just don't know. Ugh. Maybe we should do like, we'll just do it like we bought Joe's unit and we'll see how profitable it is. And that'll be our first one. Do you think you have like critters in there and stuff?
I don't think so.
Okay. I don't know. How big is your storage unit, by the way?
Yeah, how big?
You don't know?
I don't, Joe. Why would I know? I don't
She
even know
doesn't
where it is.
Doesn't even know where it is. It's 10 by 20.
Oh, that's kind of
Big one.
Is it full?
Well, it was like that was the only unit available for size.
Right. No.
So I could go like a 5 by 10, and I'm like, what's the point of that? I got a garage that could hold that stuff. So
that does hold that stuff, right?
There's not.
I keep asking him. He's like, every time it doesn't snow for a week, because I'm like, the minute that snow hits, Joe, I have to be able to park in my garage. Because otherwise we don't really care. It's not a big deal.
Right.
But so he every time he's like, yes, no snow in the forecast. I don't have to make room yet. It's coming though. Okay. So yeah, I'm thinking that would be really fun. Coco and I, and maybe Lori and Colin, whoever, we will just pretend like we're purchasing your storage unit and see how much really would be worth it and how much shit we'd have to throw out. Crap. Right?
And we gotta be FaceTiming, all of us FaceTiming and watching.
Oh yeah.
Right. Yeah, we have to.
Yes. Oh, I love this idea. See, I knew this is gonna be such a productive live tonight.
Yeah, right.
I know it. I think I should take the keys away though, because now he's gonna go like change it all up or something. I love it.
How long have you had that storage unit, Joe?
Just about a year and a half. Not even a year and a half. So
okay, just tell us this, Joe. On a scale of 1 to 10, how full? How full is it?
I want to know.
I need to be a little mentally prepared. How full?
I know.
It's actually not that full.
Well,
there's like lots of shelves and the stuff sitting on shelves, and then there's boxes that have not peanuts, but like bubble wrap and paper that I need.
If it's not full, then how come you don't take the stuff in my garage and just bring it there?
There isn't that much stuff in the garage. You just don't go in the garage.
Oh, I do. I try not to. Okay, we won't argue anymore on your show.
That's the question.
What was that?
Can you walk all the way to the back to the storage?
Oh yeah,
without moving things around.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
See,
it might not be that bad, Coco. I don't
know. Well, when we get all of you ladies together, we will find out. I guess
we'll do a little FaceTime.
Yes, yes, and yes. Hey, G, thanks for being here, my friend. Good to see you. Oh, stop, Coco. Never, Mary. Never. Bye, Shane. Thank you for being here for a little bit. Have a good night. Lori says, living vicariously through Joe. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then Joe shares the profits. Woo!
There we go.
Yeah, right.
See, everybody wants to give away Joe's money.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh, Christy says, I want to know, is it organized? Or does it have labels?
No, there's no labels. There's just the shelves that things are they're bigger items. So there's nothing in like tubs where they're like, I need tub B, C, or D.
So most of that is in your room down here.
Yeah.
You have a lot of space in our house.
Huh, do I?
Yeah, you do. Tell us this, Joe. On a scale of 1 to 10.
Why? What is going on here?
I don't know. It's just fun. I'm loving this.
Right.
I feel like he has to be really honest because you guys are watching too. He's pretty honest anyhow. But on a scale of 1 to 10, how much is listed that is in that garage or storage unit?
That's a good question. Nothing.
Right. That's what I'm afraid of.
No, there's nothing that's listed in there. I would say probably 30%. So like I have shelves that have the listed, and then I have like other side that is the stuff that wasn't listed yet.
Just saying, I really need that to be about 70.
Well, that would be great. If we don't have
like if you would start listing, we'd be there.
There we go. Yes.
Okay. All right. Enough roasting, Joe. Sorry, Joe. Sorry, Joe. This is fun, isn't it?
This is so much fun. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
We love you, Joe.
We love you, Joe.
Yeah, you do.
I love it.
How long have you guys been reselling, or Joe? How long have you been reselling?
Well, I was doing it way back in like 2000. I had a paintball field, so I would have to buy a big, huge pallet of paintballs, and I couldn't go through them so fast, so I would sell them on eBay that way. And then I was a stay-at-home dad. My daughter and I would
wonderful stay-at-home dad. Yes,
we would go garage sailing just to find clothes or toys for her because our basement was just the huge
playroom. It was kind of unfinished.
Yes, unfinished. It was just fantastic.
It was great. It was so fun.
And we collected Hot Wheels and stuff, and I would say all of a sudden I'm like, oh, those Hot Wheels that somebody's selling for $1. I haven't seen those for like 10 years. They might be worth money. So I grabbed a few and I listed them, and I listed them way too cheap because they sold in like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But it was like $3 into like $25 like that. And then I tell Nicole, and she's like, we're not doing that. We're not going to do that, buy stuff and resell it or whatever. And I'm like, okay.
I was really just like against it. I don't know why, but I just was like, I think I just didn't realize how much people were into this and, you know, the need and everything. Stuff. Right. And so I was really just like, no one's going to buy that. And every time I'd have to eat my words. And finally, I'm pretty good now, right? I'm pretty good now.
Yeah.
He'll bring, I mean, really random stuff because, you know, some people have a niche. And I mean, my mom was a collector and stuff. So I knew like, okay, yeah, certain dishes or this or that. I just didn't know, like Joe brings home like a hip prosthesis. And I'm like, really, Joe? And it sells. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you just paid our mortgage with like weird random. I had to just shut up because I'm like, okay. So then finally I was like, that's awesome. All right. I'm getting in on this because, you know.
So yeah, so then like 3 years ago, I found a wood burning kit that was brand new in the box. And I'm like, only $8? I'm like, this has got, and I didn't know to look at sold comps, but I looked at listings and they're $150. And I'm like, I'll buy this. Brought it home, listed it right away. And Nicole and her sister were there, and they're like, and I was telling Nicole, I'm like, I found this for $8. It like sells for like $150. And she still was like, you know, this is only 3 years ago now. It's not, you know, years and years ago from the Hot Wheels thing. And she's like, oh my God, we're not doing this. And like, I bet within her conversation of saying that, it sold for the $150. And I was like, I just turned 8 into 150, and then
like, he really started.
Well, then I was like, I wonder if people talk about this on YouTube, and then it was like, it was.
And the rest is history, right?
Yeah, the rest is history.
That's awesome. Look who's here! Hello, Roman.
Hey,
guys here. Hi, Leah.
Oh, Mimi. Hi, Mimi.
And Annette is here.
Hello, Peter. We actually just got together with Annette and Peter and some other resellers from Minnesota.
I saw that
right before Halloween, and it was so fun.
We had a good time. Jealous.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't find any big, like, super amazing things, but it's just
lots of fun stuff for me to wear. But
yeah, we love to dress Joe up, but just so fun to meet other resellers, and people that get you, it's just such a fun community. Yeah, it's super fun.
Christy has a question. What do you do for fun besides entertaining us?
Oh, geez. I would say, what do you, I mean,
what were you saying?
I was just going to say, we really we love going to live music.
Yes.
If it's just local people or, concerts or whatever, we're really big into doing that. I would say that's how we usually spend our free time when we can,
Right.
Yeah. And what else? We're really close with our families, and we spend a lot of time. We don't have grandkids. We have one daughter, producer Anna. She's phenomenal, and we love her. But my sister has 3 kids, and they have little grandbabies, and so they're kind of like our grandbabies too. So
yeah,
we love to have little sleepovers with the grandbabies, and all that fun stuff.
I love music. Music is so important.
Right. It is therapy. I didn't realize that, during COVID and everything, how much I needed it and I missed it so much. And then I don't know. I just feel like the scene really hasn't picked up all that much here quite as much as it was, at least, don't you think?
Right. Yeah.
And so it still isn't like, we used to go see live music almost every weekend or every other weekend, and now it's not quite as much, but when you do, it just right away you just remember, like, it just fills you up so much. So it's cool.
I love that.
Yeah, I do too.
So Nicole, you have a job, right?
I do. Yes,
I have a job too.
Well,
we can keep talking about you, Joe.
Yeah, you really want to get into Yes, I do. So I am
working, and what is it that you do, if you don't mind asking?
No, not at all. Work for a very small, tiny little company that does the management and billing of a couple different, a group of emergency room doctors and radiologists and cardiologists. So I do medical coding for them. Wow. So kind of, figure out people's expensive doctor bills and all that fun stuff.
Oh, it was a hard class for me in school, man. Medical
coding. When I first got into it, I kind of went for a little bit of a different degree, and I was like, that was the thing. I'm like, I will never be a coder. No. And prior to this, I worked 17 years in anesthesia with anesthesia coding and billing and management. And so that's my true baby. And I love that. But I will say now I do a lot of the emergency room billing and reading all of that crazy stuff. And it's very interesting.
Whoa.
So, yeah. So it's always like, oh my gosh, what's happening in the ED today? I don't know. Never a dull moment.
The ED is the emergency department, which used to be the emergency room. For those that
Thank you. Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
So, So I work that full time. Joe also has been working at where we actually got together at his favorite Domino's pizza. Well, it's not his favorite, but how many years have you been there?
29 years now.
29 years. This man can tell you who he's delivering to, what the dog's name is, how much money he's gonna make. It's this really prime location neighborhood that's not too far from us, that it's one of the best places. So you know how it is. It's too easy to leave it, or too hard to leave it, because it's
so easy.
Yeah. So I used to be his boss there, and then I left, but Joe's toughed it out.
Yeah, right.
It's always worked really good because he was a stay-at-home dad, but then so he could go and do that and listen to his fantasy football podcast all night, and
watch Coco and Chewy on their YouTube channel
while you're driving. Listening.
Well, I listen. I listen to
in the background. It's okay.
Oh yeah, that's just turn it on and
Chrissy says there is concert there are concerts all over here, free and in the parks. It's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, it's amazing how many if you look for it, how much free events you really can find. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And small world, I see that Annette just said, Annette actually used to work with me in my anesthesia world back then. So we've worked together too. Yeah. Isn't that just crazy?
That's so crazy.
And when I first started there, a person from Joe's Domino's worked there. It's just a weird world, you know? It's a small world.
Awesome. G says, I've seen Shakira in concert and Mana, and boy, do they put on a show. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't imagine, right? Yes.
She has a job that keeps her from getting to do fun things. Boo.
Well, I know. I know, because I'm really bummed because they're doing the big meetup in February.
Yes.
And I tried to ask for it off work, and my supervisor's off that day. And so I don't know. We might just have to, like I said, we might just have to get up super early Saturday and just
leave that Friday night.
Right? What did you say?
I said, and like,
right, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, I know. Right. Well, maybe if that shed was more at like a 70% listed. No, I'm just kidding. I'm teasing.
We'll be going back to that. Yeah, Joe.
Right. That's just it. I asked Joe, I'm like, do you think we could you could handle working full time with me if we just worked together full time? And I'm thinking, this guy adores me usually. So I'm like, he's gonna be like, of course we can. And you know what he did? You didn't, Joe. You kind of go, and our daughter goes, I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys. I mean, they act like I'm kind of hard to get along with and deal with, like I'm high maintenance or something.
What do you want to say, sweetie?
It's funny that you guys say.
He's like, I know.
I know that feeling because, like, I tell her so much. Like, the people I help on the road, I'm like, oh my god, these people. Like, I'm so ready to quit. I said, are you ready for me to come?
You better suck it up.
She said, no, you stay. You stay where you are. I said, oh, but come on, but don't you want me to retire? Like, I said, when I retire,
Christopher said you'll be sleeping in the storage unit.
Hi, Miss Bunny. Hi.
Yeah, I almost tell her every week. I was like, I think I'm ready. She was like, no.
I said, I have a plan, you guys. We gotta get a house before he leaves that job.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. It's funny.
I was telling her there's a song. I said, the one day you hear this one song on my phone, that means I actually left my job.
Oh.
I'm not sure if you guys heard of it. His name is Wheeler Walker Jr. Whatever.
Yep, I know.
A lot of customers.
Yeah, so song a lot of customers. It's like F this job that like.
Oh, do you know it?
I don't think I know that.
We're gonna send it to you.
Yeah, do it. Oh, that's hilarious.
I told her once I play that on my phone, it happened.
No, right? Oh yeah. I mean, seriously, it's seriously true.
You know what? I can't blame him because before reselling, he didn't see anything else. He just saw his job. So he was gonna retire at that job, whatever.
Right.
And he sees this lifestyle and he really likes it, and he sees how happy I am doing reselling. Like, he wants to do it with me, and he doesn't want to be like, miserable. And so I totally get it. I just give him a hard time.
Yeah. No, I know.
To retire and do this with me full time one day.
Right? That's
right now.
Just it. Yeah, just not right now.
Right.
Yeah. So true. So true.
It's so weird. I had no idea Joe was a reseller before. Yep.
Oh yeah, right? Yeah.
It was off and on, just tiny little bit.
Yeah. Until you finally just
till I got that wood burner.
That wood burner changed it all.
Lori says he can't meet you guys.
Oh, I know. I can't wait to see them.
Right.
Oh, wait. Oh, hold the bus. Wait a minute.
Literally, the
I did not know there was a stripper
You
pole.
do not want to miss the party bus with the stripper pole.
Because you know, Joe, we would have to dress Joe up for that one.
Hold on a minute. Wait, what?
Oh, wait, now you're going to start drawing the line?
And you gotta.
You're right. I mean, why not?
You act like you don't have
Long way.
fishnets in your top drawer, Joe. Oh, too much information. Sorry. No, I'm kidding. Just for the record, Joe does not have fishnets in the top drawer. It's the second drawer.
Oh,
Oh, I'm going to be in trouble after this one. I can already tell. Oh.
Oh, God. Joe does coding in the storage unit.
Yeah. I don't know what no. He's like,
thank you, Roman. Yeah.
I got to stop at the storage unit. And it's like, yeah, Goodwill's like 2 blocks from there. So I don't know which one you really go to.
It's like, I meant, it's like a half a mile.
No, it's not.
It's about a half a mile from the store.
That's actually not bad.
Maybe.
About that. Something like that.
I don't know. I'm not good with measurings. That's why I don't do the listings.
Yeah, okay.
Or shipping. I'm horrible with shipping.
Mary says, I adore my husband and adore working with him, but I also adore the fact that I have an independent place to work this business. My God.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
No. I see what Chrissy said.
Men
So-
have to wear the Speedo and bow tie.
Oh my
Oh, I didn't even see that one.
No fish nuggets.
Yes. If you send it, he will wear them.
I mean,
That's fish
No.
nuggets.
Yeah, you have to be on the bus with fishnets. We're gonna have to make it happen. As long as there's no huge snowstorm, it can happen. It's not that far away.
it's not. But if there's a snowstorm, that's
Joe, we live in Minnesota. We've been dealing with it forever.
Oh,
We'll
speaking
see.
of Minnesota, my sister's gonna go over there for 2 weeks in December.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
We
Her
just need
job's
to-
sending her over there to for something, so that's pretty cool.
yeah, no
I
kidding.
know, Joe and Nicole live over there. Let me go with you.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. Yes,
I told her,
yes.
and her name is Nicole. Funny enough, yep.
Nice. I love that.
Yeah,
Good name,
it's gonna
good
be freezing. hmm
Funny.
Mary says, "I want to join the party bus."
I know, Mary, right? Oh.
I live in Orlando. You know, I have access to the best.
Ooh, I bet. Yeah, no
He's
kidding.
not kidding, guys. It's just-
Oh, trust me, right?
Hey, Mark is in the house. I see Chewy in the position.
Yeah. I love it. Oh my god.
Oh, Jen is here. Oh my god, I totally skipped her. Hi, Jen.
Hi, Jen.
I went out
Funny.
for a snack, came back, and trying to piece together what in the world is
Oh,
going on.
You missed a lot.
yeah.
You missed a lot.
This is
Watch
what
out.
happens when people are here in my life. We talk about everything and anything and all over the place.
Yep. That's
There
what I said. I said to my daughter, she's like, what are you guys going to talk about? And I'm like, everything. I go, I'm not worried at all because not with Coco and Chewy. There will not be a dull moment. Right?
Right?
I love it. Oh my gosh.
Mark is the owner of Disney World in Orlando.
Really? That's interesting. We would like to sell your merch. Right? Oh my gosh.
He's like, that's news to me.
Right, right. Oh, funny.
Planning on doing another Whatnot eventually, and then
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
you know, it's so funny because I love doing Whatnot. I don't even care, you know, if we make money or anything. I just love the rush of it and how fun it is. And so once we decided to kind of scale back the game show and just do the first Thursday, we wanted it to free up some time for Whatnots and to just do at least we want to be able to do a sourcing video or a little bit more, you know, kind of get back into some of that too, because we just the game show, I mean, it just took a while to kind of get it figured out. And once we kind of got it with more of the games in the electronic mode and everything. It's saved a lot of time. And so we have some stuff set aside that we think would be good for Whatnot's kind of like, not really a theme, but some clothing Whatnot. And I don't know what else we've got. Maybe don't you have like a lot of Harley stuff or
remember him?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh,
See? Yeah. So cute. So that's definitely a plan. I just watching you guys' Christmas one, I was just like, oh, I want to do Whatnot. It's fun. They're so, I don't know. I mean, they can be brutal too. Let's be honest. Sometimes it's like, but I don't know. I just think they're kind of cool. So
yeah, and the more consistent, I think it's like with anything, the more consistent you are, obviously, the better you're gonna get.
Yeah, I agree. So, I think so too. We really want to incorporate the game show with it. I mean, that's what we kind of tried to do a little bit, and figure that out.
Yes,
because I think that's fun, and we're nerds like that, and so it's on
for you guys. So I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun.
Yeah,
for sure.
I liked it when you guys did it. When you guys had where I bought Gizmo from you guys.
Yeah,
so much fun, you guys.
Oh, good. Yeah,
that was fun. So.
I think it's fun. Mm-hmm. We like having people play Plinko and do the giveaways. It's just it's a good time. For sure.
When people are creative, not like me, they have like a lot of success, especially on Whatnot, because people like to see more of that, to come back for that.
Yeah.
I think do it again.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I was just going to say that's what I do love about Whatnot. Well, and I guess any of this is because I think some people think, or like when we were in Vegas, some people were like, oh, I'm not boisterous enough or adventurous enough for Whatnot. And it's like, that works for some people, but it's so not a requirement. There's plenty of people that do really good on Whatnot, and they're more mellow, and they're not doing a million giveaways and whatever,
and they don't show their face.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think as long as you're being true to who you are, it's going to come genuinely, and what product you have, of course, and then getting consistent, because you have to just grow your followers and everything. I mean, not everyone has to be Chris Flip the World Texas. I mean, he was one of my first resellers that I was introduced to, because Joe really was watching everybody and doing that. And I didn't even know that world existed. But I mean, I just fell in love with his craziness and all of that. But then I also can be joining on a Whatnot where I'm just intrigued by what they're selling, and the person's, just average Joes and stuff. So, no offense, average, but you're not average. So I just think that's fun. I just think you just have to keep trying and trying and trying. You know what I mean? So
yeah. You guys want to be, you should be part of the next Christmas rate train then.
Right. Oh, we would love to. Yes, for sure. I think that's so cool. I love that. Well, like you said, Mary just put it together. So it just was so cool how you guys did that.
Mm-hmm. So contact Mary, contact Nicole and Joe.
Yeah, we will. Yes. Yes, for sure.
Let me see. The next rate train is in December. Yeah. So
cool.
It's gonna be on the 16th, but we might change it the weekend before that. It all depends.
Sure. Gotcha.
But it's so much fun. It's so much fun. Oh my gosh.
Right? I think that's so neat.
And it was really cool to see all the different, all the different personalities, obviously.
Right.
And all the different stuff that they brought. Every person is so different, and you don't know what. And it's just really, really cool.
It's just a little bit of something for everyone, Yeah, I thought that was so neat.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah.
Exactly. I have a friend who and does really well. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I think you just gotta try it out,
The key to Whatnot is creating community. It's a social experience. I'm so thankful for our Whatnot friends, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Will, it was the perfect name. If you don't know Will, came up with the name. He couldn't join,
Oh.
but he'll be hopping aboard soon. So basically,
okay.
I don't remember where we were. I think it was in Rachel's live, and let me look for the word again. Will be said something with the Illuminati, like that.
Oh, I love it. Yes.
So that's what we're calling ourselves.
I love it. It's great.
Like out loud or anything.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So that's really funny.
Perfect.
So yeah, I think you totally should do the whatnot Ray train if you want. No pressure.
No, we totally would be love.
You do what you want.
No.
You do what you want.
No, I think it's great. I think it's so fun.
You guys want to bring to the table now that you're gonna scale down on the game? Is it like going to like sourcing, or is it like what's sold, or is it like
well, what is it, Joe?
Well, I mean, I did record a lot of garage sales that I went to just last summer. We can go look at that.
That he wants to look at.
Yep. And I have one video that I want to do, which Coco, you know, the one where I was asking if you got the package because I had the label issue.
Oh,
and I lost money packages
we
at
had
the
a
post
nightmare.
office.
Yeah.
I think that would be a really good video.
It would be a really good video.
So I have that one, and
we are
and going just goodwilling together.
Yeah, I think it's fun because I think sometimes I struggle because Joe doesn't do any of the editing or anything, and so where we kind of struggle, or I feel like there's a little disconnect sometimes, is he will go out and do the sourcing, and then he wants me to put it together for a video, and I want to, but I don't always, like, it's so much to go through, especially if he's using the GoPro, because it's just hours of stuff. And so I'm like, okay, what was cool about this or this or this? And so I'm hoping that we can just source more together, because I think it'll be easier for us to come up with good content that way, a little bit more. But I do think, you do have a lot of good footage, especially from garage sales, because the prices are so amazing. It's like, that's what you want to see, or we need to voice over together, or, kind of do some of that.
Right. Where you could be like, critiquing me on why I grabbed it or didn't grab it.
Because I'm so good at
yes.
You just saw that he gave me permission.
No.
Because I tend to I don't watch quite as much as he gets to watch to kind of know how it goes. So I'm kind of like, well, what do you want me to do with all this? And so I think we kind of just want to work together and figure that out a little bit more, I
don't know if you guys know this. I didn't know this until I started using the GoPro that we have. Which GoPro do you guys have?
I have an 8.
Okay, I have the 7, so I think you guys can do it with yours as well. There's an app that I already forgot what it is because I'm using my phone, but I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Basically, what it does is with the like you say, the GoPro, it can fit so much in here.
Yeah.
And it's overwhelming.
Yes.
So, okay, where do I start with editing, or what do I pick to start editing?
Right.
So what I do is I take the oldest recordings from the day. I either I transfer it to airdrop it to my computer or to my phone, whichever. Sure. And from there, then I start editing. I don't just drop all of them at once.
Yes.
Because then I'm like, nope, I'm not gonna, I can't.
Yeah, because I don't even know what orders they go in then. And I'm just like, so it's really overwhelming for me. And I'm just going, and sometimes he'll try and have Anna help. See, in the summer, Anna's not in college, obviously, and she's a commuter, so she's at home, and she is like a whiz and can put it, so fast. But when I'm trying to do it, I'm just not. And I've been on a screen all day at work, so it's hard, you know. You kind of, so we're trying to figure out what works, you know. And I mean, just my personality more, I'm like, I just want to do crazy, fun, silly things, and he kind of he knows, and what people like is some of the more serious, like, we want to see what you're buying, what you're selling, and what you're finding, you know. And I'm like, let's do a before and after of how we change our whole bedroom into a game show, and you know, like you know, things like that. And so we're trying to just kind of, you know, get a little bit more on the same page with some of those things. So yeah, we'll see.
But you'll figure. I'll send you the app.
Yeah, I would love that,
because maybe if it's not as overwhelming, it'll be a lot easier to edit. That's just I
think so too. Just hearing you say that, like, don't just upload everything, because
I'll do that. That would be
just tons and hours of stuff, kind of, you know. And I'm like, oh gosh, I don't even know where to start. Yeah.
G says raids are legal, but RF on his videos where he threatened DR, he reported him to Whatnot for doing a raid. Oh, okay. Yeah, so some drama happening.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. Mary, I'm looking for inventory to join the show the next time. Yay!
Cool.
Yeah. I was excited. Thanks for yeah, totally. That was him.
I love it.
So what does everyone here that has a YouTube channel, what do you use for recording? So yeah, like we said, well, you guys go first. You have the GoPro 8, right?
Yes. And then sometimes I'll just use my phone if.
Yeah, I usually always use my phone. Yeah. I'm just more comfortable with it that way. But, you know, it's like sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, Instagram mode, YouTube mode, you know, Facebook mode. And it's like, oh, and then I end up messing it up sometimes. But I'm definitely more comfortable with my phone. But I get that. I get why GoPros work so well, you know, and stuff.
And funny enough, I actually like my phone. I like using my phone for content creating. I barely use our GoPro.
Okay, see? Yeah.
And it's a lot more easier to edit when I have my phone, when I use my phone to record.
Right?
Yeah.
But then if you need to look up those sold comps on eBay, it's kind of tough to do when you're recording.
Yeah. And that's why I think yeah, that's why I think I should wear the GoPro, because then I'll know what I'm recording and be able to recognize things, and he can have his, you know, his phone to look up, and we'll have my phone, because sometimes too, you know, I never wanted to be on film. I mean, ever on, you know, it took him forever to find. Actually, it was Tiffany from Vegas was like, Nicole, you have to just do it. And she was like, you just have to. And I'm like, okay, Tiffany told me to, okay. But, and then you just kind of get over it. But still, sometimes I'm like, dude, really? You had the GoPro like right on my hip for like 20 minutes when we were talking, you know? Can you just, yeah, let's pick something. My feet are cute, okay? You know, come on. So I'm just like, this might work a little bit better. But yeah, otherwise I love the phone. I think we're just so used to it. It's comfortable, you know?
Yeah. Lori is, well, she uses her GoPro and she uses her phone too. Yeah, I think using the phone is, to me, I think it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
But just like Joe says, two negatives with using the phone. When I have to look up comps, I have to turn off the recording. Yeah. And when there's a bunch of clothes, I can't dib with both my hands. I'd have to like with one hand while I'm so that's annoying. But other than that, I love recording with my phone.
Yeah, just when you say that, you know, our daughter, she has an amazing, she's an amazing crochet artist, and she has this really funny thing that can go around her neck, and you can adjust it and everything, because, you know, you learn things when you're out reselling with other people. Like when we were in Vegas and I would watch a rural squirrel, Kristen, she would like set her phone in the bin at a certain angle and like be doing things, you know, it's just like, and it's like, oh, duh. Why did I never think about trying to do anything different? But like even that thing that Anna has, you know, you wear it around your neck and it's really bendy, and you can, you know, you could angle it and have two hands because you need two hands. Mm-hmm. I'm going to steal it from her. Right?
Yeah.
Say something?
Yeah, I'm going to say something.
Okay, honey, say
something. Yay.
Yeah, the next thing I've been trying to get, I keep on forgetting to purchase it, but the idea came from the Philly flipper that he has a
Paul.
Yeah, Paul. that he has a magnet that you put on his shirt and just stays right there.
Yeah,
I got that this summer.
Yeah, so you don't have to wear that broad looking strap.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, because like
mine was a clip on, but then when it's summer and it's 90 degrees, I can't just have my shirt twisted funny with a clip on it and it doesn't hold. Yeah. Where in the spring and fall when it's hot or cold, I can put on my jacket, but in the summer, so then I was like, all right, I'll get the magnet.
Yeah.
So the magnet holds pretty good?
Yeah.
Even if you have a flimsy t-shirt on?
Sometimes I'll notice it like kind of tilted a little bit funny, but otherwise
it's pretty cool. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah,
so that'll be the next purchase because it comes like a necklace and you just put it inside your shirt and just the other side's a magnet. It stays on there. It's pretty strong.
That's
like,
genius.
Oh yeah,
I saw his. I was like, wow, that's very good. That's what I'm looking for because I want to record more for her because I use both of my hands, but I actually dig down and I like in the event that we went for the A1A on garage sale, man, my knees were killing me. How many times I've been on my knees like looking for stuff and I'm 6'6". I'm 6'6". I struggle to get back out. Stuff, so. But it was worth it. We found some good stuff. But yeah, that'll be the next.
Pop with Advil.
It's not. No. I just keep on forgetting it.
So I'll try that too. I do want to wear the GoPro myself once and see how it goes. But I think the first time that I try it, I'm probably gonna use my phone as well because I'm scared that my GoPro.
You don't want to lose it. I just feel and it's probably about having the control of movie, knowing, being able to see what you're recording, and everything.
Right.
I think
that's
part
the
of
feeling.
it.
It's like, okay, did you see that when I walked by? And then you're like trying to look at your screen a little bit and it's like, okay, it was pointed that direction. Or that is hard with that part of it.
And I think too, in the beginning, I hadn't watched a lot of videos, like I said, and so Joe would kind of show me some of this footage from the GoPro and I'm like, oh my gosh, Joe, it's so rough or this or that. And he's like, nobody cares. They just want to see what you missed. And I'm like, really? And then I started watching more and I'm like, oh yeah, it's not like perfect movie theater footage, and nobody cares because that's not what it's all about. And that's what I love about this community too. It's not like everyone just wants to share this knowledge and everything. It's not like, oh, look at my, feature film I just made or whatever. And obviously some people are way better than others and it's okay and stuff. But some of the best is stuff that people just whipped out their phone and or their camera and just, it's clunky and junky, but you're like, oh my gosh, you missed that Fenton, whatever, so it's cool. Yeah.
Okay. Shagan has a really good question.
Okay.
What are your 2024 goals for the game show?
Ooh, good. Well, I think for sure we wanted to, dial it back a little bit so we can really put out really good game shows. I really want to we're really close to getting super chats. Now, if you know me, I'm mortified. I would never ask people I can't even do the buy me a coffee, all that.
Yeah.
But I did film some things in the summer in case it ever happened of Joe probably trying to almost hurt himself because I love when people do super chats and they have their funniest videos that they do. So I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait for people to see those. Okay, I just, I like to dress Joe up, but really I think it was, I think as we're doing it more, it's fun to find games that really, I like ones that like Plinko, where we're showing more products and bolos and things like that. I love that part of it. I love Jeopardy because it's fun. And I do feel like you learn about things that way too. But I think seeing the items, is really fun. And so I think we're looking at incorporating some more of, where it's just the educational piece along with it, Do you have any other 2024 goals?
Well, for the game show is what.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Just the game show.
Yeah.
No, not just
I do have this thing that I've just been having in the back of my mind that I want to make happen so bad
for quite a while now.
Yeah, and it's going to happen. I really want to do like Hollywood Squares
and
bring back a whole bunch of contestants that have already been on and do like the match game, where they're all like so that's in the work in progress. So
fun.
I think it would be really fun. And maybe just have the two it'd be fun to have like the two contestants maybe be people that are in the chat or the chat that get to win and come on. I don't know. I haven't worked it all out in my brain, but I think it will be fun because a lot of contestants are like, I need a chance to redeem myself, but I also think it's really fun to have on new, just new people. Like we met some really fun people in Vegas and more people are reaching out now. Like, I want to be on. And that's to me is exciting because we don't have a problem asking people, but I love it when people want to be on too. And just are like, hey, I would love to try it. So I'm always like, man, just send us a message, and we'll get it going. So
I'm so glad you said because it's funny when I found you guys and when I saw your show for the first time, I was like, I want to be on that show. I'm never gonna ask you guys to be on the show.
Oh, I know.
And then when you guys asked me, I was like,
oh, I love that. I love that.
I was like, Jerry, guess what? We're gonna be on the show. Like, huh?
Right? You're like, wait, what? No. Yeah. So I always tell anyone, or if there's anyone you think that would like it, or you know what I mean? I think it's fun. So to have people that really get excited about it.
That messages to Joe and Nicole that you guys want to be on the show.
Yes, for sure. Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god, it's the best. It's so much fun.
Well, it's just so funny, I mean, we all say it, but in this community where, you watch people's stuff and then when you get to do a live, like either like we're doing with you or a game show or whatever, it's just like finally like, oh my gosh, we're together, you know what I mean? And it's just so weird. You feel like you've known these people for so long just because their little bits that you've watched or you've seen and you've kind of had conversations in your head with them a little bit, maybe. So it's like, oh, sometimes you forget like, oh, these people know this about me because I tell everything,
Right.
So I really love this community. I'm telling you, when we went to Vegas for the first time, that's when I really got a taste of the community. And it just was like, man, these are our people. They're just unapologetically weirdo, not weird. I don't mean that, but you know what I mean? Like we dig and junk and we love it and nobody really cares and nobody is not super critical of everybody. I don't know. We've had such a good experience with this community and we feel so loved and we just love so many people, but it's so fun to feel like you fit in and, like to just be like, oh yeah, my husband totally just sells everything, like where, before you kind of had the family or the friends that were like, wait, what is he? You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Hip prosthesis paid my mortgage last, whatever. I don't know. Ain't no shame in it, I love it.
I love that so much. Yeah, when we went to FlipCon, I felt so good. Like it's really hard to explain how amazing it felt being there unless you were there.
Right. I'm sure.
Best feeling, having so many, I don't know how to explain it, like we could all like relate to each other and
right.
It was just it was the best. And if I was talking about something, they knew what I was talking about. They'd be like, what are you talking about?
Right. Yes. And I think it's just people are really honest. They share their struggles, they share their goals, they share, it's not always like, oh, we're all just painting this fake picture. It's just like, oh gosh, this week was hard, or this wasn't. And I feel like people have, for the most part, are really genuine. And I think that there's something about that is so, nice and, it makes you feel so normal, and I think that's great. I think we people need more of that, and it gives you motivation, and because I think it's so fun to see all these people that are excited about doing business for themselves. And I mean, it's just so cool when they ask some at boss, like, how many people came here alone? So many people raise their hands, and I'm just like, and some of these people are just like, you just wouldn't have expected it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys are rock stars. I was so impressed, and just like, man, it's cool. It's just so neat.
Yeah. I agree. It's beautiful. I love it.
Yeah.
Chrissy asked, what do you do for the holidays?
Oh, we kind of have an interesting Thanksgiving coming up, because we're actually doing nothing on the Thanksgiving day itself. Well, and by nothing, I mean, we're planning on staying in our pajamas and decorating for Christmas. We don't have any big family get-togethers until Saturday.
Yes.
We're going to go get together with some family, and which will be very fun, but we're kind of looking forward to just hanging out. It's different. It's hard. I just lost my dad not too long ago, and my mom's been gone for a while, and Joe's parents kind of had some other plans. And so we're just kind of trying out some different things. And for Christmas this year, we got a VRBO, still in Minnesota, but just kind of down by some other relatives. And so we're just kind of trying some new things, because everything feels a little weird right now. And, so.
Okay, yeah.
I do plan on, we're going to do a game show for our family, though, on Christmas. I think it'll be fun, and have all the family be on their own teams. And so we got to get that put together, but I think they'll like it. We're a gamesy family. We always play board games, D&D, whatever, different stuff. So we're nerds, big nerds.
I love it.
What about you guys? What are you doing, Coco?
What are we doing? So Thursday,
we're gonna eat.
Yeah. I love it.
He's gonna cook the turkey, and Mom's gonna cook everything else.
Nice.
And we're gonna just stay home with the family. Very just boring, and in our pajamas,
but wonderfully boring, right?
And watch the Christmas parade. I mean, Thanksgiving parade, and decorate the tree and
all that good stuff.
Just chilling.
Yeah.
And eat.
And then eat some more. Amen.
Yeah. Lori says, I was excited too. I'm just not quite as expressive as Coco. What? I'm not expressive at all.
I love it.
Chill. Okay.
Right. Cute.
Mary says, oh, we are weirdos. It's fantastic.
See, we embrace the weirdness, us resellers, and I love it. We own it. We wear it as a badge of honor.
Yes.
You bet.
Chrissy loves this community too. Yes, I love it.
Yeah, it really is. It's amazing.
He loves hanging. Yes, FlipCon was so much fun.
Oh, I was so glad, Coco, you were posting so much, because we were FOMO and so bad, and it's just it's so fun to just see. And I wish you want to go to every single thing. It kills you not to. Well, I know you like that too. It's just like, oh my gosh, but that's so fun that we get little glimpses, and
boss is so bad.
But
not in the budget. So I told you we're going next year.
Yes.
No. But
you have to. We have to. We have to make it work too, though.
Yes, we have to as well.
Right.
Mary says, no eyes gloss over when you talk about your passions here.
Right. That's just it. It's nice. It is.
The bonding crosses all boundaries: race, age, culture, etc., etc., etc. Yes. Echoing this. Woohoo! Yes.
So true.
I have been so surprised how younger people have not made me feel old.
Oh, that's a good point, right?
And I was, when we were on, I didn't see him like as he was older than me. Like I saw everybody like the same.
Yeah.
Like, I knew there was a lady, her name is Phyllis. She's a reseller, and I think she was probably one of the oldest.
Okay.
Out of everybody. And I loved her so much, and I didn't see her as, obviously I knew she was older than I am, and so I gave her that respect of like, yes ma'am, and because that's just how I but I never, like, she was just so cool, and we had so much in common, and I don't know, just like, it's just what Kyle says, I didn't see age over there.
Right.
At all.
I agree.
It was the best.
Yes, because who was our favorite little lady that was that she did the zip line with she was with Mimi. I'm drawing a blank. Dawn. Okay, cutest little, same thing. And she was, I'm like ready to go to bed, and she's like, oh, we got a zip line still tonight. I mean, and it's just funny how you can just get different energy from different people. And then she's totally like pool shark and all these guys because she is like this pool queen.
Oh,
she was just so fun. It was phenomenal. And then she knows a crap ton about, she's giving you pointers left and right about reselling. And you just don't get to meet all that many different kinds of people. It's hard these days. And, the world's kind of, it's just like you said, to be able to just be in such different locations and then come together, and it's phenomenal. Yeah.
And I don't see, I didn't see any negative energy, or didn't feel any negative energy, or maybe I wasn't focused on it, but I didn't, like, the whole time at the event.
No, same with us.
So positive, so encouraging, so it was the best energy ever, and never heard anybody complain about one thing. Like, because I guess we could complain, but it wasn't like in a negative way, because we all went through it.
Right.
Sales are low, or like learn starting as to be a reseller or whatever. Like, it was really awesome.
I think so too. And like sometimes like do you ever go to something like I don't know, like maybe a play or an orchestra or something, and it's like you kind of find yourself, just for that little bit of time, you kind of just look around, and it's like, we are all here for the same reason. Everybody is happy. It's like you've got to embrace that when you can, because we all are so busy and so hustle and bustle. And, we all, you're thinking about yourself, or you're thinking about your family. And it's like, I just love that, where every once in a while you'll just have that moment, and I just look around, and I'm just like,
it's the best
everything is perfect right now. And man, you just got to hold on to those moments, and that's kind of like that too. You would just look around, and it's like, everybody's so interested and here to just be here and wants to be here. I mean, like, that's what is neat about those events. Everybody wants to be there. And so they're going to make the very best of it. I mean, I know sometimes it's hard to figure, for us to budget it, or, this or that. And we didn't know if we were going to even make it this year. And, in fact, I told our little Minnesota group, nope, we're not going this year. And like 2 weeks later, I had to eat my words. And, but I just think, it's about where you're, fitting it into your priorities and what you can make work and everything. Exactly. And planning. I'm not good at planning, at all, or discipline, or any of those things that you need to be good at sometimes, but working on it, right?
Same.
But I feel like eating.
When you go to when there's events like these, I don't see it as an expense. Is that the word? I see it as an investment, because it's not just like what you're going to learn, because you might know some stuff, but it's just the like we're talking, like the community, the networking. That's really important. Anywhere that has business or entrepreneurs or self-employed people, going to events and having that touch, that
yes,
it's nothing compare than when you're like in a computer and like
right
meetings or whatever. So it's worth spending or investing in these events if you budget correctly, and you happen. If you can't, that's fine, but I think it's totally worth it. That's what I told him. I was like, babe, we are budgeting for Boss next year.
Yeah, that's what, when we left, I said, so what do you think? Do you think you got more out of, watching the sessions, or more just from the networking, and everything? Because man, they had really good sessions and stuff.
Yeah.
And I really think it was a toss up. It was like, and I mean, what a win-win. It's like, it's like double your money. It really is. And I know I said that before, but I just think, in our first year, I was kind of intimidated in the beginning and I didn't know what to expect. I'd never been to like a convention in my life for anything. So I just didn't know how it all went. And, but by day 2, I was like, oh, I think day 1, I was like, oh, I don't know, Joe, maybe you should just go and I'll go to the pool. And then day 2, I'm like, okay, we're going to go do this and we're going out with these people. And it's just funny how that works.
It's really nice, and it's really cool when people that you see on YouTube or on Instagram, and then you meet them in person, and you're kind of like intimidated, like, oh my god, this person is this, and I don't know. Like when you talk to them, they're so chill, and they actually want to talk to you and like pay attention to you, and not act like, okay, hurry up and talk so I can leave. Like that's really nice.
Like they're genuinely interested in what you're doing and stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah. I fangirl over everybody. And then I'm just like, oh, and they're so decent and down to earth. And it's like, oh my gosh. Okay. What was the big deal? What was I making a big deal about? Totally.
Love that. I think that's so cool. And Lori, Happy Picker, can you put your, I don't know if you are a mod here. I think you're a mod. They also have an event coming up in February.
Yes, share that for sure.
I want to go so bad, but I was in the budget and I was like,
I know.
Yeah, even if I go by myself, it's like, because it's airplane and
yes.
Her budget just cleared up.
Stop.
Trying to pick something off with the reselling money. Now she's going to get more money. So.
Right.
What he's saying, because he's so proud, is I finally paid off one of my debts thanks to the money that I got from reselling. So
huge. Yay. Nice. Like those are the big things, right? Where it's like, that's what I think is wonderful too, when you can see it then, and it's like, oh my gosh. And then it just makes you want to do more, and more and more. I think that's just it. Because, and I mean, that's how I finally became a believer, because poor Joe, I wouldn't really believe him, but you just can't make up sometimes some of the numbers and everything, and it's, that's great. Good for you. I'm so happy.
Thank you so much. I still have a lot of other ones, but this one was the bigger one.
Hey, there you go. Exactly.
So it's called Planes to Profit. So go to the website if you guys have not heard about it. It's gonna be just like FlipCon and Boss, but like
it looks so fun.
But it's still gonna be awesome because there's gonna be people.
Yes. And a stripper pole on the bus. Oh my gosh. Right? I mean, come on. And a big spaghetti dinner, and they have so much fun stuff. Yes.
Yeah. So that's another one that I was like, oh, FOMO.
Yes.
So I mean, you never know what could happen, but I mean, I'm definitely gonna work my booty off to see if I can make it happen. But that's why I don't want to really say that I'm going.
Right.
It's a lot of money.
Right.
But but any events is worth it. Yeah, Christy and I, we mapped it out and we're like, okay, we definitely cannot drive. That's like 24 hours driving.
Oh yeah, no.
We're looking at the plane tickets and we're just like, oh my god.
I know. It's like, isn't there a different way of travel? Yeah, I know, because I was surprised. It was for us. It was what,
5 hours?
Well, maybe like
6,
almost 5.5 only. And I'm like, well, that's totally doable, But then my schedule conflict at work. for us to go. Yeah.
Oh, for this one? Oh,
yeah. I'm like,
Right.
oh my gosh, we could totally. I mean, we went further, probably, didn't we? When we
To
went,
St. Louis.
yeah, yeah.
Yep.
But we'll see. I still think we could get up early Saturday and go,
or just leave Friday night.
Or Friday, yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm so glad that when I heard about this, I was just like, yes.
I know.
And some of my friends are running it, so I was just like,
exactly. That's what I think is so neat, and that's why you might not be able to make it to this one, or we might not. But I think these are just going to start popping up, maybe here and there, and or like some of the little ones in your own area and things.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
it's fun.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's so true, Chrissy. Here we adjust one another's crowns. Yep.
Yeah, very true.
One-way ticket, another. Drive to us and you can ride with us the rest of the way.
There you go, Coco.
Don't tap me. I'll rent a Winnebago.
She'll be like, I borrowed somebody's semi. I'm just gonna drop off this load, and then and then they said I could stay for a couple of days. I love it. I love it. Got to get creative, right, Coco? Oh.
Hey, this was up. Oh man.
Funny.
But there we go. I am closer than I was, but it's still 7 hours away.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
Me. Yeah, looking at plane tickets. Yeah.
Right.
You should stay. You should just stay with resellers along the route. You can do it. That would be so much fun.
Right. Maybe we need to create like that, like an app for resellers, like for couch surfing at different reseller places. Yeah. I'm always wanting to create an app, because I'm so tech savvy.
Right.
Only do it when somebody asks, because you want to make that public and have some crazy.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Right.
Hey,
yeah, you're right.
What's up?
Right. Or we could just become like the reseller limousine service. I don't know. I'm just saying. You got to get creative.
Yeah.
Because I do so good on long road trips. They're all like, we could not handle being in a car with Nicole for more than 2 hours. Yes.
Reseller couch surfing.
Yeah.
Right.
Just saying, there's some really like some of those, like your guys' this big, like however many mile long garage sales. I want to do that.
I know, right?
Yeah.
That'd be so much fun.
Yeah.
That'd be so much fun. I love that Mel back from Burnout, like she did that from Australia. She stayed with Sports, she stayed with Paul, she stayed with Commonwealth Picker, and she stayed with Daily Refinement. I don't know who else she stayed with, but
yeah, totally. She couch surfed, man.
Yeah, she stayed with all of them. Yeah.
Right.
Well,
except the one in North Carolina.
The what?
The one in North Carolina.
Oh yeah, and then Flipcom, of course.
Right.
But that's how she was able to come to this
happen.
And be able to, because I don't think staying at a hotel is just expensive. So
I know, right? And that's just it. And you're making friends for life, as long as you take a shower every once in a while and stuff. The only thing that's hard, I suppose, is it's so hard to go to some of these things, or like at Boss, and then if you go and you go to some get-togethers and go out sourcing, and then it's like I only have this big of a car or this big of a suitcase. It's like, oh man. And of course that's when but you got a friend to hand it off to and say, here, you take this, so.
Yeah, I agree. When we went to FlipCon, we drove because
that's right.
I think we drove 10 hours, 12 hours to get to
wow.
So it wasn't bad.
Wasn't it? Okay. Yeah.
That and I wanted to drive because I wanted to source and
right.
Like I wanted to bring stuff from there in the car and not having to worry about how big of an item can I take or or whatever.
Exactly. I do feel like sometimes like Kristen, a real squirrel, come and Joe and her and some people will go sourcing, and I feel like Joe's made off with quite a few nice things that Kristen probably didn't have room for.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's like,
yeah.
oh, I get it. This works out good for you, Joe, doesn't it? Like, did you at least buy her dinner? I don't know. Pick her up at the airport,
Pick her up
maybe.
and
All right.
chauffeur her around.
It's kind of funny. He's like, look at this stuff Kristen saw. I'm like, oh, nice.
But you have it though.
I'm
Huh?
like, did you say thank you? Never know. Oh,
that.
funny. Harvest
That's all I need is a comfy couch or an air mattress.
Right? Hey, we don't. It doesn't take much to make us happy.
Hey there, Sunny.
Sunny.
Oh my gosh! I went to FlipCon just to see Coco and Chewy dress up.
Exactly. They were great. They were so great. Oh my gosh.
He's so sweet.
He is the sweetest.
He's another that I would love to have here on our live one day.
Yes. Oh gosh, for sure.
He's such a sweetheart, and I love how much he loves his wife.
Amen. Right. Yes. I know. I love it when somebody's heart just shows through. You know what I mean? Like it's just so he's so genuine, and then just silly and stuff. You know, I just love that. It's the best of. It's just a little bit of all those good things.
Oh, Sonny says, "Slap Chewy's butt for me." Okay, hold on. Come here.
Oh, I wanted him to squeal like a little girl.
He is so focused right now on like he's like
right. He's like, really I gotta do this. I gotta do this. I love it.
Yep. Who doesn't love Sonny? He's
right. Exactly.
Retire.
He's trying to make me rich so he can retire.
Right? Because they don't want us to, do they? Chewy and I have to work forever.
I'm gonna make my sugar mama, so yeah.
Yep, you bet. Oh my gosh, so funny.
Oh my god, look what Sonny says. I'm so sweet. I'm sure I'll give myself diabetes.
Oh, right. Oh my gosh. Oh,
I love that.
I think so. Oh my goodness.
So are you guys gonna let's see. Oh, I had my question and I totally forgot about it. This is what happens when I don't have a script, literally.
Oh, and I know.
Jennifer does her salad. She's like, Coco, how can you even do what you do? I need to have a script. This is what we're gonna talk about, all the questions this time. And I'm like, I'm not like that at all.
No, right? I'm not either, because that takes organization.
Right.
Although I do have to say, we're planning an upcoming promotional commercial thing. Yeah. And I did, for the sake of our marriage, write a nice big sign that Joe can read, because we don't have a teleprompter yet.
Yeah.
I'm like, I made this just for you, honey. So it won't take us 16 hours and the neighbors will see us outside practicing.
Right.
I'm kidding.
Right.
But I know I don't know. We're too fly by the seat of our pants. You know, just it works. It gets you in trouble though sometimes, but what do you do? I don't know.
Sonny is the most genius, kind-hearted. Yes. Yeah, he is.
Yes. I agree.
Hi, everyone. On my phone, can't tag anyone. That's okay.
We forgive you.
So fly by the seat of your pants, girl.
Yep. See, she is.
So, this in December, we're gonna go to Tennessee. We're leave on the 16th, and
beautiful.
One of our favorite places to go.
And to move.
He would like to move there one day.
Oh, nice. Yes.
And
how long did you say you're going to be there? I'm sorry.
We're going to be there for a week.
Okay. Nice.
So, I haven't told him yet, but I have her phone number. You know who Jerry and Tim are, the Tennessee picker, the TN pickers.
I don't.
I don't know that one. No.
Okay, we'll have to check them out, huh?
I love them so much. I met them at FlipCon, but I knew who they were before.
Okay.
And they knew who we were.
That's so fun.
That made me feel so, because for me, I was like, they're the famous ones.
Right.
When I introduced myself to them, she was like, "Oh yeah, I know Coco and Shui." I was like, "Oh my god,
I love that." Right?
It was the best feeling ever. But she is so nice and real and genuine, and and then her husband, they're just awesome people. So I would love to get together with them when we're over there, at least sometime in the trip, because it would be so nice to like hang out with another reseller. And now that we know each other, like,
no, you should.
That I want to do, you know, every time we travel anywhere, to get together with resellers. I love that you guys have your little meetups.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember what my question was going to be. See, this is how I work.
Yes.
What made you do the meetups in Missouri? Like, what made you like, oh, let's just get people together? And did it work right away? Or like, you know, all that stuff?
You know, it was right after we came back from the first boss, wasn't it?
Yes.
And I was jealous. I was so jealous of like Sunny and Mikey and Katie and Vicky and all those guys, because they kind of all lived by each other, you know, and they were oh yeah, we do this and we do this together. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I want that, you know? And I don't know. I was just like, we should just try and make a Facebook page and start to see if there's a little bit of a community around here. And we had met, because we didn't really know that many people. You know, just a couple that we had known, like a friend, like Annette. I knew Annette did reselling. And anyhow, and so we just kind of created it, not knowing what was going to happen at all, out of pure jealousy, just to be totally honest. But and I could not believe how many people, I mean, and not like we're humongous or anything like that, because that's not even the point, you know. We just want a place for people to come together. And so I just was like, okay, I don't even know how to create a Facebook page or anything. So we just kind of stumbled through it or whatever. And but people trickled in and they were so excited to have a place, you know, to share their little stories or share posts about whatever. And it's really kind of grown, don't you think? I mean, it's always a little scary. We haven't done too many meetups. I mean, that was maybe our second one, because we had to cancel one when my father was sick and stuff. But I just think it's cool because different people have come, and some of the same, you know, you've got a couple that have come every time, and it's so fun because you really get to know people then. And it was surprising. So if anyone's thinking about doing it, I would just say try, because our thing was, even if we meet just a couple or a couple friends that do it, that's fine. We, you know, a couple people to sit and talk about reselling with is all we need, you know? And so, but it's just neat because you kind of, you know, Joe makes friends everywhere, of course. And so he has gotten to know a couple people just from our local Goodwill that could tell they were a reseller. One person came up and recognized him, didn't he? And that was adorable, you know? Yeah. And now that one guy you talk to all the time, Ty? Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one that recognized me.
Yeah. Yes. And so it's so cool. Like, I just think it's fun how it's become. And it, you know, to have a Facebook page, you don't have to do a ton with it. And sometimes it's kind of quiet for a little bit, and then sometimes things will go off and people will help. It's amazing to me how many people will help people out. I love that, to just see that, and somebody be like, oh my gosh, I just got all of this and I don't need it. Does anyone need this? Or, you know, it's just such a nice resource. Like, or, hey, I know that you love trains and I just went to this garage sale and there's tons of trains. You got to get over here right away. You know,
I've done that.
Yeah. And so it's just another way, you know, to make those connections, and little things pay off here and there. And you've got somebody that you know, or to get advice from. So I think if anyone's thinking about it, I think it's great, because we were like, what do we have to lose? You know what I mean? Like, we put a lot of time and effort and money and stuff into the game show and that. But that's our creative outlet too. So I don't look at it as an expense always until we have to pay bills. But you know, I mean, whatever. But like we just thought, what do we have to lose? Nothing, you know, and it's turned into such a cool thing. So yeah, it's fun.
Chrissy and I, we tried doing one earlier this year and nobody showed up. It was just us.
Oh, right.
But we still had the best time. We didn't
exactly right. Yeah.
And we had a blast and anything. But we do. Chrissy and I want to do that. We want to start our little community here, like the regular eBay meetings. You know, not that they're bad, but like we want to. Because when I see you do it, I was like, that's what I want to do. I want to bring the community together. Like we can just go to the bins, go have lunch, or go to like do something together, like something fun. I
think so too. And I think like that, okay, it's like we're gonna go sourcing either way. So if people show up, they show up. If they don't, probably, you know what I mean? Like I just think that's smart. And you wouldn't, you know, people are busy and stuff. You never know what's going to work and what's not. And it was, I thought it was interesting because I did ask our group, I'm like, would you guys rather have an event where we go out sourcing, or do you want maybe something where we just kind of all hang out and eat food or whatever, you know? And a lot of people were like, let's just hang out too. And I'm like, I thought that was really cool. And so we were going to do a picnic and, you know, things like that. You can really keep it low cost. You don't have to do anything too fancy as far as just, you know, just to have some get-togethers and stuff, you know, and then you don't know what it's going to grow into. But I think you're going to be happy that you had these meetings.
Resellers that are like spread all over. So like the people that we've become friends with, they're like 2-3 hours away from us.
Right.
So we're like that, but I think that we've met a few people that are like a little closer to us. So hopefully we can maybe try to do an event again. Just get together and see if that happens. So
everyone loves Starbucks.
Yeah, right. And I do, you know, what's kind of funny too is when some people when we're doing an event at like a bins, people kind of see you guys having fun and doing things. I mean, because we kind of usually do some little challenge or, you know, simple, but they'll start asking, and there's resellers there, of course. And so they'll be like, what's this? What are you guys doing? And we're like, oh my gosh, check out our page, you know? So it's a great way. It's because it's like, well, anybody can come and join or whatever. And there's a lot of interest. I mean, there's of course some people that are like, oh my gosh, 50 resellers. Okay, not 50, but you know, 20 resellers just showed up at our Goodwill bins. This isn't very fun. But I mean, I think there's plenty for everybody, so it's usually not a problem.
I think. I mean, whatever. They're fun. We're having fun.
Exactly. Yes.
Right.
And thank you, Grumpy Picker, for your sweet comment.
Yes. Let's see. They're having fun here. Yes, we have lots of energy. A little too much.
I know. Too much energy. Right? I know. Oh my gosh. Because I just keep forgetting that tomorrow's Monday.
Yeah.
Okay, short week.
I know. You only have to work 2 days.
Really?
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome. I don't know yet if I have Friday off. Our company hasn't told us yet. So fingers crossed for me.
Yes. Sonny says he prefers to hang out rather than sourcing. Yeah. Hanging out.
Yeah, I think that's nice because that's when you get to have some of those conversations, you know, deeper conversations and everything.
Yeah.
Oh,
Christopher's daughter is so funny. Like when I moved to Florida, me, Christy, sourcing on my golf cart.
In the golf cart, right? Nice. Oh, funny.
Yeah, like I don't know, Florida's really big. So like those people that hang out with you, like do they drive far or everybody is in the same proximity where you guys are at?
Well, we had somebody come from Wisconsin. She's been there the 2 times we've done a thing. And then we had ladies drive. How far is Duluth?
We had these 2 young girls come from Duluth. It's about, you know, a good 2 and maybe.
Oh, I think it's more.
No, honey, you always think Duluth is so far away. It's not that far away. Anyhow, probably 2.5. because they went to the cities, not all the way to us. You know what I'm saying? So he doesn't believe me. I'm gonna have to show him afterwards on Google Maps. No. But no, it was so fun. And they're like, we came from Duluth, and we're like, oh my gosh, you're kidding me. You know, it was so cool. And so, but then we're like, okay, now we want to go up to Duluth and go up to some of your thrift stores and see if anyone will.
That's probably the next.
Tag along and stuff. So
that's a good idea.
Yeah, I feel like more people came from further away than close, which surprised me, you know. But then I think, you know, sometimes if you don't have a lot going on, we're all kind of like, I don't know, I could use something fun to do. It's like a little road trip. You get your girlfriend or your boyfriend or whoever, and you know,
I love that idea. Yeah, we might plan something for the new year, maybe in January or something.
Yeah, you know, I mean, and that's just it. It's like, you know, up here especially up here in Minnesota, it's like, man, it gets long after the holidays. That January, February, March is just a long stretch. So I'm like, we got to plan something because we're all we get cabin fever so much, you know.
I'll be inside because of the cold.
Yeah, it's like not all of us are big, like, let's go cross country skiing and there's stuff, definitely fun stuff, but Joe hasn't bought me a snowmobile yet, so.
You really want one?
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I would probably kill myself. So, yeah.
Will says, I got Wednesday, Thursday off. More time to edit videos.
Nice.
And spend time with the family.
Yes.
Anna will make him spend time with the boys. It's been feast, famine on short videos views as low as 5 and as high as 3K recently, right next to each other. Wow, that's really good.
Wow. Yeah.
Doing shorts are like good to bring in subscribers, but like since I like making longer content. I want my subscribers to know that that's what I'm gonna be making. I don't just want to be making short videos and then all of a sudden I stop and then I start, you know. So
you can do both.
He says so. Okay. What are you doing in late February, Will?
He's like, come on out.
Never know which video will pop. Usually not the ones I expect. That is so true.
So true. Yes.
That happened to you guys when you guys did content, or?
I mean, we really haven't had a video pop anyways.
Yeah, I mean,
we just never have.
We've just never been consistent with some of it, and I think we were just, you know, working through. But even it's kind of funny, even things on Instagram, there's certain things that, you know, reels when Joe's really dressed up crazy or whatever, you know, we'll go and we see it a lot through our daughter because she has a crazy, you know, Instagram and her YouTube too, and she'll say the same thing kind of, though, just like, you know, sometimes the ones you really work hard on and you think, oh, people are gonna love this, and it's like, wait, what happened?
Right.
That's funny how that can be.
The ones that I think, oh, this is a great video, they do so bad. And
really?
Then the ones that suck, and I was like, oh man, I have to upload this crap, but whatever. And then that's the one that does great. I'm like,
I know. So then it's like, okay, so do I not try as hard, or do I just I don't know.
I'm saying.
It's like, so weird. It's so weird.
That's what I keep thinking. I'm like, okay, so should I just not try hard? Do my best on these videos, because when I do, they don't do well, and then when I don't,
you almost feel stupid. Like, okay, that was a waste, but no, I don't know. It's hard, you know. It's hard sometimes when things just go wrong. Man, our last video was a nightmare. Our last game show, where we couldn't get our sound working, and it's like, oh my gosh, you just panicked. It's like, that's the thing about lives too. It's like, oh gosh, it can be brutal. And my first reaction was to just like,
she's like,
I'm never doing it again. We're never doing a game again.
We're done for the night. We'll just reschedule it some other time. It's just done.
Yeah. And then I remember how forgiving everyone is, and nobody cares. I mean, even on Whatnot, once our daughter crashed her car during our Whatnot, we had to stop, and we're like, we'll try and come back. It was very minor, but she went in the ditch. She didn't crash.
Yeah, she went in the ditch.
But you know what? I cannot even tell you how many people came back when we went on later. And it was just amazing to me. And everybody was like, oh my gosh, go right now. Family for, it's just, people are so forgiving. And because sometimes we're really cringy. I mean, we know.
Hi, you're not cringy at all.
Oh gosh, honey. Oh, we are.
Oh my. No, I enjoy you guys. You guys are so funny.
Oh, thank you. We have fun. We have fun doing it.
It shows. That's why your show is so good, because you genuinely are having fun with each other.
Yeah.
But it's all in fun. It's
yes.
It's just really. I love it. It's
thank you. I know sometimes I'm like, I hope people don't really think I'm just giving away like Joe's money. Like, I hope they don't really think I'm that mean to Joe. I mean, I'm kind of mean. I'm kind of mean to Joe, but I love him and I'm nice to him sometimes, right?
Sometimes.
Well, I'm fun. I always say I might not be nice, but I'm fun. No, I'm kidding. I'm nice.
You are nice. Yes.
Not really.
We'll gotta teach the kids to edit with me. Family time plus productivity. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Right. No one gets pumpkin pie until the third video is done. Whipped cream, that's a short.
Yep.
I kid you not. I cannot wait for Noelani to be a little bit bigger so she can help me with packaging or
yes,
all the stuff that I do. So we can do it together.
Mm-hmm.
I not with today she was helping me a little bit with packing, but she gets bored easily. So she
right. Well, and I just think it's so cool that your kids can see, what you're doing. And I think, our daughter's 21, but I mean, she saw us start some of these things and, and kind of listening to us having to deal with things or customers and how we're handling it. And, just some of those things. And now, she's created her whole own company and everything. And it's funny. And she's asking us like, man, what do I do? And, and letting her kind of make some of those mistakes. But it's funny how, it such different companies and different things, but business is business. And so I just think it's so good for your kids that they see you working at something that you're putting your time and your energy in, because for your family and for yourself, and not just, I don't know. I just think it's cool. And then to be involved. I mean, Anna, we pay her now because she's really good and quick and fast, and it's saved us a lifetime. Yes. But yeah, definitely.
I agree with what you're saying. I was very, very blessed and lucky growing up. My parents have always been entrepreneurs since I was born. They did their jobs obviously before, a long time. But then when they got married and a couple of years, they started doing their own thing. And I was able to see that.
Yeah.
I saw what they we traveled together to different events. They were invited to so many places around the world to speak in front of thousands of people. So I was there, and I even got to speak in front of thousands of people. They would give me my microphone and be like, "Do you want to say something?" And say something, and then they'd be like,
all the opportunities, and the fruits of their labor. I think to see that and witness it and be part of it. Yeah.
So the life that they gave me was amazing, and so that's why I can't give up on this business that I love so much. It's at a standstill right now sometimes, but I know that I can make it bigger, because I want to give Noelani the life that my parents gave me, and I cannot give that with a regular job. And I'm not saying that a regular job is bad.
But
being my own boss, not having to ask permission for anything,
the flexibility it brings. Yes.
So, that for me was the best thing growing up. So I want to give that to her.
Right. No, and you will, and you are,
yep.
You are. And that's just it, because how important that is and how valuable that is. And I agree. I just think we've got to just go for it.
I'm sure Anna is proud of you guys so much. I'm proud of my parents.
Right.
And I didn't really care when I was younger, but now as a mom, I'm proud of my parents for what they did and what they do.
Exactly. And they know what sacrifices you're making. And it's, I think, it might take kids a while to realize it. I mean, I think I was like that with my parents until I moved out and was like, oh man, I had it so good. And they, and some of this stuff, but yeah, I just think that's huge. And to be able to have the flexibility and control your time and be at home when you need to be at home. And that's huge. Like, I mean, it's funny. I laugh sometimes still because, okay, she's 21 and self-sufficient. And so, there's times where it's like, okay, should Joe, because we still work opposite schedules quite a bit. And that's probably why we get along, right? No. But we talk about it like, okay, would it be smarter if you worked during the day at a full-time job too, and then we did reselling more in the evenings, or and you'd be home in the evenings to do that, and in some of those things, but it's still so convenient to have his flexibility from reselling during the day to take care of whatever needs to be taken care of in between, and things like that. And like when my father was sick, I mean, man, Joe could do so much to help out with that, just things like that I just am like, we wouldn't have been able to do without having reselling and, be there and be flexible. And I wouldn't trade it,
When Nolani was in the hospital.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Permission for days off.
Right.
I stopped what I was doing and I focused on her, and I was able to do that.
Yes.
And I was in sales.
Yeah.
Like, it was great. And Chewy was awesome. He was still going to work and still helping me ship stuff. Like that was amazing.
And you just come together and you do it. And that, I mean, look, that's so true. I work at a really small company. And so it's not, I don't blame them. It's not easy for them to be super flexible. There's just not a lot of different people, and there's a lot of different benefits too for working at a small company. But I mean, it's hard because so thankfully, Joe can, do so much when we need at the spur of the moment. It's just some of those things that, I mean, I know you'll get them done the other way, but
The old it was the best.
Oh, I'm glad you liked it, Lori.
I'm going to have my son help me more and more. He said he would a couple of weeks ago, so why not, right? There you go.
Yes,
right.
I think so too. And I think sometimes, people were talking about this at Boss, they might not want to, or, they might get bored or not want to help with this or this, but find what they're good at, or find the one little piece that they are interested in and let them just focus on that. And I think you'll see how that grows. You know what I mean? Because not every kid is going to want to maybe wrap up package or whatever. But if you give them sort through all these My Little Ponies and figure, blah, 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 and put them in order and, or go through these Legos and can you build this Lego thing for me? Because it's, there's so many unique ways where, and you just aren't going to get that time back, and you're teaching and you're having fun, and they can see that this can be work can be fun, and work can be time together, Yeah, it's cool.
Well, you guys, thank you so much for being
here. Yes, thank you. It was so fun.
I love you guys so much. You guys are the best.
Oh, thank you. Well, we adore you guys, and we think you're so sweet. And so we have to meet in person somehow, somewhere. It will happen.
It's gonna happen.
I mean, we'll just couch surf down there or something.
People are not ready when Nicole and Joe and Coco and Chewy get together.
Exactly. It's going to be epic. Be prepared. Start preparing now. Oh my gosh.
Thank you so much for being here. I love you guys so much. And everybody in the chat, thank you so much for being here.
Yes.
Thank you for the chat being so poppin'. And I love when the chat is like.
I know. It's so fun. Right? It's just like, you just see all your little family and friends, and it's wonderful.
Yeah, I love it. I love Sunday night. It's cancel it, but at the same time, sometimes it's good to take a break.
Yeah, you have to. You have to.
Yeah.
And so I hope everybody has a happy Thanksgiving. We're thankful for all of you guys. We really are in this community.
Don't leave yet. Stay on the stream.
Okay, we're not going anywhere because we're planning the storage. We're planning everything. No.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Good night, everybody.
Have a wonderful
Bye.
Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and we will see you guys next Sunday night. And we're going to be doing the musical drafts for those that
fun.
We're going to be doing a little bit of a draft. I took that idea from Nashville Flippers and Philly Flipper. So I am very excited to do that with my friends.
Yay.
And then after that, we'll do one more live with the Rachel Strickland, and then that's one for the year until January.
Nice. So, good deal.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful night. I love you.
Good night, everybody.